Good morning. Coffee with Katie. By coffee, I mean tea. Sometimes I just have found that I really enjoy vlogging. And I kind of wanted to just talk for a little bit because I love doing your reviews, but sometimes, do you ever wonder who's doing your review? The who's who of your review? So, hi, my name's Katie. I'm the hot sauce lady. I'm whatever. I'm taking a break from work right now because I actually have a full 40 throughout the week. And then I have the store and the channel and the reviews and all those things. And I'm really burning the candle at a lot of ends right now. But I'm not complaining. I'm happier than a pig in shit. I love what I'm doing, Katie B. Saucy. And I love that I have a day job that, pays the bills because Cap Cave ain't there yet, but that's okay. It takes like at least 3 years for a small business to become profitable. And I knew that when I started that. And even if I get it done in 3 years, I think that might be pushing it. Those expectations might be too high. It might be closer to 5 years, maybe closer to 6 years, may never happen, whatever, that's fine. Every day I just wake up and do it because it's fun and I enjoy it and it makes me happy. And I'm doing my best, and that's all I can say about it. What's happening here? What's happening, Carol Baskins? But the point of the vlog post today was just thinking about how I got started in all of this in the first place and the psychological component that plays a hand in it. I don't talk about that very much anymore. I used to talk about it all the time. And now I've kind of dialed back on that, not intentionally. I think I just got distracted or swallowed up by other thoughts. And I wanted to start with saying that I started this around 2020. Shortly after the passing of my dad. Me and a lot of other people in the hot sauce world have lost a parent. And my dad died in 2016. And dad was the foodie, and dad was my buddy, and dad was the one that liked spicy food, and Frank's Red Hot was his favorite. He put that shit on everything, and trust me, he used that line every single time he pulled the bottle out of the refrigerator. I loved spicy food with my dad. I loved fooding with my dad. It was just how we bonded, and now it kind of feels how I keep him alive. And I love that it's been well received because it makes me feel like it's an actual relationship that's pretty awesome. But when he died in 2016, I was so hurt and so crushed, and I felt abandoned and lost, and I felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders, and there was no one there to support me while I tried to emotionally support myself and my 2 small children and my husband and, the career and all the things that, all the weight that lays down on you when you're 30, because that's how old I was when my dad passed away. And I got really, I found comfort in drinking. That was what I did, which I think a lot of people make the mistake of doing. But I dove headfirst into a bottle. And then before I realized it, I was becoming more depressed and more obsessed with my own personal pain. Alcohol is not escaping you from anything. It's maybe the first few times, but after a while, it just makes the problem so much bigger and so much heavier, and it makes you sadder, and it makes the world seem sadder. And that was sort of the place that I was in, and I was in this place of how I'll hurt myself before you hurt me. No one can hurt me better than I can hurt myself. And it got dark, really did. Well, anyway, I lived right down the street from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. So 2020 hits, and I walked away from a job in the mental health care field that I thought was going to be the thing for me forever. I'm so glad that it wasn't. And I decided to start, my own social media thing. And I started it based around hot sauces because that was my hobby. I lived right down the street from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. I would go there whenever we had friends in town. Whenever we didn't have friends in town, my children would go walking downtown, and they'd always stop by Pucker Butt and get a sauce, or I would get a sauce, or I would entertain people with sauces because I thought it was really cool. Whatever your personal feelings are on Ed Curry and the Pucker Butt crew, do not care, because that's my story. I would go down the street, I would get their awesome fun sauces, and I would eat them. It was just fun. And then Hot Ones came out, and they're talking all over the United States of America about Ed Curry and Fort Mill, and I'm like, what's up, representing? It was just awesome. And my love of people and my interest of people and my love of just connecting us led me to interviewing the sauce makers that I found on the shelves at the Pucker Butt Pepper Company. which then tied me into these sauce makers, which then tied me into more sauce makers, which then started growing my name and growing my brand and sort of branching it out the way that it did. And now I have sauces that come to me all the way from South Africa, which is just ridiculous. And I love it. And I think it's amazing that my name is known in all these places. It's really cool. Anyway, now I live in Charleston, South Carolina, where we started the Cat Cave, and the sauces that have come to me over the years that I love the most, that I believe in, that I think that we could really spread and share amongst other people. I carry them in the store and I sling them here in the Charleston area. So that's a little backstory on me. But with all that being said, when I was in the pit of despair and at the peak of my drinking and at the peak of my pity party for myself, I realized this connection with my need to hurt myself. It was almost like I needed to hurt myself before anybody else could. And I saw that correlation. That's where I started getting involved in the League of Fire and the challenge items that came out. Is Black, can you see Black Mamba 16 back there? That one changed me. But yeah, like I started getting obsessed with healthy hurting, which peppers and hot sauce are healthy forms of hurting. You know, there are people that self-harm with drugs, with alcohol, with cutting, and peppers and hot sauce are a really cool, holistic, healthier way of self-harm. You know, if your brain is sort of wired at the moment to seek that relief, it is a much better way of going about it than say cutting, drinking. You know, it'll make you feel like you're going to die, but you won't actually. And so anyway, that was one of my biggest obsessions with it for so long. I got into the challenge eating and the competitions, and, you know, whatever new item was out, I was going to do my best to take the heat, and I could, man. I really impressed myself. And then I started realizing over time that I didn't want to hurt myself anymore. Like that was the crazy one. When I, for the longest time, I was like, I deserve this. I can take this. I'm built for this. I bring on the pain. And slowly but surely over time, like building my self-worth with my store, building my purpose with my store, the networking and the community of people that I met in the hot sauce world helped me develop a sense of self-worth. And all of those positive, good communal feelings led me to this one moment, hovering over the toilet, which if you've ever done any of these challenge eating competitions, you know, you're going to end up hovering over something. And, you know, for like the umpteenth time that month, I'm just puking my guts out of whatever it is that I've eaten. And it dawned on me that I don't care to hurt myself anymore. It's lost its flair. And not because I don't love it. I do love it and I believe in it, and I encourage other people to get into it. And I think that there's such a strong psychological component and connection and positive connection between hot sauces and peppers and emotional and mental turmoil and self-harm. I really do. But it was almost like I had given myself my own therapy. And I just found myself sitting here one day thinking, I don't care to hurt myself anymore. And somehow, somewhere through this little boot camp that I've placed myself in, dare I say I even love myself? But I couldn't have done it alone. It didn't happen alone. I mean, it happened with every fan that came through telling me that they loved my videos, or every sauce maker coming through saying it would mean the world to them if I reviewed their sauces, or every brand coming through like Mikey V saying, I would love for you to come travel with me and sell my sauces, and like, okay. Oh my gosh, what an incredible industry. What an amazing hobby. What beauty can be found in it. And right now I think there's a lot of stuff going around about like how some people use sauces to abuse their children, or people like the Pocky chip situation where that one kid did the Pocky chip and he's no longer with us. Like, those are tragic, awful stories. And I don't think that hot sauce and peppers and spicy challenges need to be that extreme. I did KTB Saucy, and I have wanted to stay in the sauce realm for that very purpose. I think there are a ton of benefits, but I think some things are just getting like unnecessarily extreme. I also think that it is not a hot sauce's fault that it exists and was used poorly. It is the person who used it poorly that is we need to bring out some more awareness, like seriously. As far as like bragging rights for these Pocky chips or these super extreme spicy challenges, they're super extreme and they're really hot and spicy. And they're fun when you know what you're doing, when you're in your 30s and you can make these sound decisions. Children do not need to be messing with these things. And furthermore, hot sauce doesn't have to be melt your face. And I am so turned off by the whole melt your face movement. I'm so turned off by the whole melt your face thing. I'm done with it. I've never really been about it, to be completely honest with you. I love to inspire other people to challenge themselves and all of the health benefits that comes with the endorphin rush and the friendships and all those things. I encourage all of that. But the thing that I'm really over is who can make the hottest sauce? Who gives a damn? Make a good one. Make a good one. Stop making these ridiculous ones that we have to sign waivers for. I think that time has come and gone, and I'm really excited. For me personally, I think that time has come and gone, and now what I would like to see and what I would like to be more about, and I try to be more about, is just scouting really good, unique, flavorful sauces that anyone and everyone can enjoy. By supporting me and my channels and my store, you are making it easier for me to be able to support these other small businesses. Also, by growing the channel, even if you don't buy from me, you can buy directly from that maker. We're just helping grow brands, and we're also spreading the love of food and the love of flavor and the love of fun. And I feel like that's keeping my dad alive, and I feel like that's keeping health alive and healing alive, networking and friendships alive. This is what I fell into because I love it and I think it's cool, and I share a deep-seated connection with all of the people I've met, and I want other people to be into this world. I want other people to be aware of this world. I want to spread that love and positivity and awareness because it pulled me through the darkest times of my life, and I want to be able to do that for other people. But I want to make sure that people are aware. And one of my biggest things is it's flavor. It's fun first. Flavor, fun, experiences, culture. That's one of my favorite parts of hot sauces and trying sauces from all over the world. You really get a sense of their culture. To get a hot sauce from South Carolina, you're probably going to get one that's like heavy vinegar-based cayenne peppers. If you get one from Jamaica, you're going to get one that has a lot more of a Scotch bonnet, curry-infused vibe to it. If you go with one of my favorite makers of all time, Irish Spike Connolly, out of Moscow, Idaho, homie is like the Willy Wonka, bro. Like, he comes up with the craziest freaking recipes, and they're so much fun. That's what I love about the Cat Cave, is I want you to be able to find all flavor profiles and experiences in one spot. So you could like have one big order of a bunch of different things, but there's so many components to it. Like, I do not have an end goal. I don't even know what I'm doing every day. I just know that I wake up and I do what I love. And I love that there are so many people that enjoy that with me. But I want it to be really clear, as there's so many things that, come out in the news, or the Pepper X even. Like, I love Punker Bad Pepper Company with all my heart and soul. I do not give a damn about that pepper. Can we quit now? Like, let's stop. The hottest, let's make the best. Let's make something everyone can enjoy. Like, why is it all about bragging rights? Why can't it be about experience and fulfillment and enjoyment and sharing and trading? Like, I'm just so over the bravado. And anyway, I love it all deeply and dearly, but I wanted to just express that about myself as we continue, because I have so many sauces to get through. And I feel like these upcoming years there are a lot of transitional periods for me coming up. I have prayed a lot. I have talked with myself a lot. I've really had to lay down with myself and think. I've really had to level with myself and ask, like, where is my future going? And I'm telling you, I think right now, if it's God's will for my life, this is where I'm vibing. This is my thing. And so this is just me sharing with you. Like, I don't even know if any of that genuinely made any sense. I hope it didn't offend anybody, because I know there are some topics in there that are a little touchy, and that's not my goal by any means. But I love spreading the positivity and the happiness and pulling other people in and having them be a part of this incredible community. I love supporting the brands that I have had the blessing of being a part of. It's just been great. It's great. And I love spreading that positivity, that hope, that wellness, that awareness, the community, the excitement. And for me, it is the flavors of the sauce. The peppers are great. The burn is great. I love all that too. Don't get me wrong. But when we start getting into these like redonkulous levels of extremity, let's be careful. And let's really consider what we're promoting sometimes, you know? But I do. I love what I'm doing. I want to keep doing it. I'm very honored and privileged to have been a part of it. The competitive nature of it, I'm not so much a big fan of, never really have been, unless you're in competition with yourself. If what you're doing is competing with, is challenging who you are as a person and challenging yourself and pushing you to do something bigger and better than you ever thought you could do, then I'm all about it. If you're out there trying to outdo someone because you want to be the best, go somewhere else. Like, maybe not go somewhere else, but like, I can't identify as well. That was it for today. I just wanted to get on here and just say, hey, what's up? I don't do enough of this. I need to do more of this because I think it's important. What I do is not all about selling sauces and building my channels. In doing those, what I want is to grow the industry I love so much, support the friends that I've made throughout it, and doing what makes me happy, which is talking, getting on camera, experiencing new things, traveling to new places, inspiring other people to be a part of it. That's it, man. That's it. That's what your girl is doing. That's what I love. The Lord brought me here. And I hope you guys go out and have a blessed friggin' day, and stay tuned because there's going to be more hot sauces to review. But yeah, I've kind of found myself sort of avoiding making videos lately. And I think a lot of that is because I've put this pressure on myself to focus on, I'm not focusing on the parts of it that make, I don't know. I think I needed to make some changes. And this is one of them, which is giving you the vulnerability, giving you the vlogs, giving you the hope and the inspiration and the positivity of the community and the purpose of new flavors, new experiences, trying new cultures, reading the write-ups on the backs of the bottles. Like, it's just, oh, food is love. Food is such an expression of self and love and community and culture. And I think that hot sauce and sauces in general, not even necessarily hot sauces are such a cool, affordable way of experiencing culture in such a small, it's almost like an entire culture in a bottle, you know? It's freaking awesome. I just love it. I think it's so cool and unique, and I'm all about it, and I hope you are too. And thank you for sitting here with me this long. I love you so much. If you haven't already, please hit that follow. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, because again, we're just bringing awareness to positivity. We're bringing awareness to mental health and wellness, as well as brand awareness to these small businesses. And we're just trying to grow a really weird small niche into being a bigger weird small niche full of happiness and wholeness. And I've talked too long. All right, I love you. Go have a great day. Bye.